Today in the Chippewa Valley and around the world, people took to the radio waves, preparing for how they can help when disaster strikes. News 18's Toby Moore shares their story.
Whiskey 9, Echo Alpha Uniform.
For enthusiasts in the area, amateur radio starts out as a hobby.
My dad was a ham radio operator and got me started. I was pretty young. I was about 16 years old, and it is just fun. I'd sit and watch him, and he'd be making contact from here in Wisconsin to somebody in California.
Amateur radio operators, or hams as they call themselves, use traditional radio waves to communicate around the world.
It's like going to a tavern and just striking up a conversation with somebody you don't know.
But when a natural disaster hits and the phone lines go dark, that hobby turns into a public service.
We can come into a location on a very short notice and set up a communications equipment and make contact with other stations around the country.
This weekend, 2 area ham radio groups took part in a field day, preparing for if they need to set up emergency communications out in the field.
The whole idea of the exercise is to get out of your home stations, get out in the field, set up a portable station, and operate for a day and a half.
Field Day is also a chance to teach other people about the science behind the radio hobby and the equipment.
This is an antenna one of the guys built.
Ham Radio Field Day takes place each year across America, making sure radio is ready to go whenever it might be needed.
We have a lot of modern technology. We have cell phones and the internet and stuff, but that's all actually quite fragile. And sometimes those services go down, and temporary radio communications needs to be provided.
For News 18,
3 Alpha, Wisconsin.
I'm Toby Moore.
Thanks, Toby. Amateur radio operators need to be federally licensed, and there is an event coming up in August to take the certification test. Details about that are on our website.